write a formula for the circumference of a circle in terms of its area. So we'll stop there because the second part, you got to do something with the formula once you get it. All right, this is a common thing in a math problem, and it's not asking you to use your formula. You're just kind of trying to rearrange different parts of it. And this is going to kind of function like a system of equations. So first of all, we're talking about circumference here. So circumference is 2 pi r. It could be also pi times diameter. However, we're also going to be relating the area. So area has the radius, so we'll use that one. Area is pi r squared. Okay. So we're going to treat this like a system of equations. We're going to do some substitution because it's asking us to rewrite this formula here and get rid of the radius, and instead there's got to be area in here instead. In other words, the input is area, the output would be the circumference of the circle. So to do that, we're just going to do kind of a substitution, solving system equations by substitution, because we'll take the area formula here, and if I solve it for r, I'll have something I have to substitute back into the other formula. So first I'm going to divide both sides by pi, and I'll have a over pi equals r squared. And then if I take the square root of both sides of this, boop, boop, I should get what r is. Now, usually whenever you take the square root, solving a quadratic equation, you're supposed to get plus or minus, like two answers, but having a negative radius is not going to make sense. We'll just keep the positive one. So it's the square root of area over pi. Okay, now I'm going to take this and just substitute it in for r in the circumference formula. Okay, so c is equal to 2 pi times the square root of the area over pi. Now it's a pretty strange formula because, I mean, usually if you want circumference you just take 2 pi times the radius and you're done, but here we're saying, hey, I have the area, what could I do with just the area and figure out directly what the circumference is? Alright, so the second part of the problem says find the circumference of a circle with an area of 314 square feet. Okay, so I'm going to take the circumference is equal to 2 pi square root, and in place of the a, I'll just put 314 over pi. And then at this point it's just, hey, calculator, plug that into the calculator and approximate your answer. This would be an exact answer. Plug it into the calculator, get an approximation. It's like 62 or 63-ish kind of thing.